A smart man makes a mistake, learns from it, and never makes that mistake again. Roy Williams once said. And in this life, it is impossible to live a life without making a mistake. And it is okay to make a mistake. We are all human beings. And by the end of this video, we'll get to see the benefits of making a mistake, and we'll get to see 4 steps on helping us to learn from mistakes. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm glad you've clicked in. Thank you for your continuous support. And if you've not subscribed, now is the time to do so. Like, comment, share, and click that notification bell on so you won't miss a single video each time that I upload. Let's get into the story. It was on 8 May 2021. It was on a Saturday and it was in the evening, and Manchester City was playing against Chelsea Football Club. And before you ask, what has this football match got to do with anything about learning from mistakes? It has everything to do with it. Yes, everything to do with it. So the game went on and the game was fairly well. This game was very important to Manchester City, and I don't mean that it was not important to Chelsea, no, but you see, the season is almost over, 2020-2021, and despite there being some few games left, Manchester City, if they had won that match, they would have been crowned the champions of the season 2020-2021 in the English Premier League. So you see, they had a lot to invest in that game. And the game started well and continued, and in fact before the halftime, Manchester City were leading by 1 goal. And then something interesting happened. A Chelsea midfielder, Gilmore, pushed a centre forward from Manchester City, Gabriel Jesus, in the penalty box, and the referee was left with one choice: to give the penalty. And one player, Sergio Aguero, was to take the penalty. This player is a brilliant player. Yes, he is high on his form, and in fact, he was honored to take the penalty kick because as the season will end, he will move on to another team. Also, he has a reputation in games that lead to winning titles. In 2012, he scored the goal that made Manchester City win the EPL. Sergio Aguero placed the ball on the spot. And here is what happened.
Sergio Aguero, can he give City a 2-goal lead? Oh no! He went for the Panenka penalty,
yes,
and it went horribly wrong.
Sergio Aguero missed an opportunity to put his team 2 goals in front of Chelsea FC. Second half came and Sergio Aguero did not continue to the end. He was substituted, and Chelsea won that game 2-1. There are some arguments: if he had scored, the game would have ended a draw, which was much better. The commentator, as Sergio Aguero was being substituted, said that Sergio Aguero has missed an opportunity to score what may seem to be his last goal against Chelsea in the Premier League while playing for Manchester City. Reason being, he is moving to another club as the season comes to an end. So, enough with the football, enough with the missed penalty kick, enough of Sergio Aguero. But this led me to think something, and as I continued watching the game, I could not help but think the many times that we are placed in opportunities to make one decision, to say something, to do something right, and everything will change. That one opportunity, and we end up making a mistake. We end up messing it up. And remember, sometimes the mistakes that we do, we are not only affected, but the people around us will get affected more, and the people who are supporting us. And yes, however heavy that may seem, it is okay to make a mistake. It is completely okay. It's completely human to make a mistake. In fact, I dare and tell you, show me a person who has lived a life without making a mistake. Yes. And despite mistakes being fatal and being very, very crucial in some things, despite mistakes leading us great losses, there are some benefits of making a mistake. Yeah, mistakes remind us that we are all humans. Mistake keeps us humble. Mistakes open us to new opportunities to learning, and mistakes also makes us to become more forgiving because we seek for forgiveness. And today, let's focus on 4 steps that I think will help us to learn from our mistakes. And the first step I think we need to do is to admit our mistakes. When you make a mistake, admit that you are wrong. Don't keep on justifying and trying to make it seem that you are right even if you made a mistake. Just accept your mistakes, ask for forgiveness, and move on and learn from your mistakes. Not accepting your mistakes makes us think that life is about being perfect. But when you accept your mistakes, those who are around you, those who look upon you, will realize that it is okay to make a mistake. It is okay to admit and accept that you're wrong. The second thing that I think we need to do is to reframe our reality. Yes, reframe our reality. This is because if you make a mistake, how we view that mistake is equally proportional to how we react. It determines completely how we react or respond. So, if you view a mistake as something that should never have happened, if you view a mistake and you start being so hard on yourself and not even forgive yourself and not even see it as an opportunity to learn something or to correct yourself or to get better, you end up getting too hard on yourself. You end up knocking yourself and missing the opportunity to learn. Reframe your reality, because by the end of the day, to error is too human, and we are all human. Life is about progression, not perfection. The third thing that I think we need to do, we need to evaluate our mistakes. Yes, when we make mistakes, let's ask ourselves, what went wrong? Yes, we did an action. Let's ask ourselves, what was the repercussion? What were the consequences? What really went wrong? And when you get into depth and details of what went wrong, then you ask yourself, what did I want to do? By asking yourself what you wanted to do, you're questioning your intentions. And when you realize that your intentions were pure and you had the right intentions at heart, you are able to move forward, knowing that maybe it's not what you did, but how you did it that led to it. It's not what you said, but maybe how you said it led to what happened. So, evaluate your mistakes. And then the final thing I think we need to do is to put the lessons into practice. You see, if you make a mistake and you don't learn from it, you keep on repeating that mistake. And we may think you are ignorant and arrogant enough to think that you can continue making mistakes that cost people around you, cost you even, and cost the people who are dependent on you, and you still continue making them. So, put the lessons that you learn into practice. And remember, a mistake is an opportunity. It all depends on how you view yourself. It's an opportunity for you to grow. It is an opportunity for you to learn yourself better. It is an opportunity for you to know the areas that you need to work on. So, just like Sergio Aguero, have you made a mistake that has costed you big time? Have you made a mistake that cannot be reversed? Don't worry, because that's an opportunity for you to learn something and for you to put it into practice. So, admit your mistakes, reframe your reality, evaluate your mistake, and put the lessons into practice. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed. Don't forget,